Sadistic sex predator Jaymes Todd has been sentenced to life in prison for the cowardly rape and murder of Euydice Dixon. The 20-year-old will spend at least 35 years behind bars, and as Patrick Murrell reports, Miss Dixon's family hopes her killer will use this time to reflect on what he's done.
Justice Kaye wasn't holding back in his sentencing, describing Jaymes Todd's crimes as acts of pure and unmitigated evil. The Supreme Court Justice ruled outrageous and depraved conduct like this will be met with severe sentencing in which mercy plays no role. In June 2018, Todd stalked 22-year-old Eurydice Dixon for 4.2 kilometres under cover of darkness as she walked home. Just after midnight, he ambushed her in Princes Park, raped her and strangled her to death. In the years leading up to this, Todd had become addicted to increasingly violent pornography and snuff films. Justice Kaye said his crime was an attempt to enact his dark and violent sexual fantasies, culminating with the death of his victim. He placed the offending on the most extreme end of the scale. The Justice disagrees with the 20-year-old's lawyers that Todd's autism spectrum disorder decreased his culpability, instead ruling the killer's sexual sadism disorder was the dominant factor. It was decided his prospect of rehabilitation was poor, and the court was told he would pose an unacceptable risk to society and to women in particular if he ever walks free. With all those factors in mind, Todd was sentenced to life in prison with a non-parole period of 35 years.
What I'd wish for Jaymes Todd, and what I believe Eurydice would wish, is that he gets better and comes to a full realisation, and realises what he's done. I extend my sympathy, my sincere sympathy for those who love him. It's a terrible tragedy all round. Eurydice herself should be remembered, as her friends will remember her, for her wit and her courage and for her kindness, not for her death.
While in prison, Jaymes Todd will undergo behavioural therapy and receive medication for his disorders. He'll spend most of his time behind bars in protective custody because he's at risk from other inmates.